My bad, y'all. I was on mute. I totally forgot about that. Sorry about y'all, but I was on mute, so my bad, y'all. Best for knowledge. I am your host, Aramis. Boom, there we go. So, first thing that's really been on the top of my head that kind of concerns me the most lately is it's gotta be Bronny James. Like the dude is getting hatred talks about him. Not hatred talks about him, but it's just like the people that talks down on Bronny, like they don't hate the guy, but they're just more concerned about his career and like think that he just not like he just not NBA material. Like he just not, like he just his performance has been a downfall from the NBA to the G League. Because remember, NBA and G League are two different leagues, but they're both connected. So we've seen his performance in the G League. Him dropping 30, he'll drop 15 or whatever. But in the league, like Stephen A pointed out, he's 0 for 4, 0 for 7, 0 for 8 shooting like a small percentage from the field goal. Like, I mean, this is his first time in the league, yo. Like he has, like everybody has to find their comfort spot. Like he's not these. You can't expect somebody like Bronny to just hop in the league and just be great because he's LeBron James' son. Like, cut that out. Cut that out because he's LeBron. Like just because he's LeBron James' son doesn't like everybody expects a whole lot of him to just do his job. Bronny understands where his role is. He understands that he has to work hard to get to where he needs to be, and he knows he's a rookie. He has to play his part, right? So we can't just expect him to just be like that because it takes time for a player to develop the game and be able to find their way that can help them progress. Like we had some tremendous rookies throughout the years that came into the league that wasn't dominating that well, but we started to see like oh, these players are gonna be like these rooks are gonna be good in a few years. And look how they turned out. Luca, Ja, LaMelo, Trey, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, Zion, Dog Connect. He's doing really good right now. Like Karl Anthony Towns, like Jamal Murray, Jokic, Joel Embiid, Maxey, all these former rookies that used to be rookies, like give them a few years and they'll dominate. They're doing good. It's gonna take some time for Bronny to develop his game and get better, and be able to understand like okay, it's gonna take some time to like get good and find my mechanics and be able to like take my time, not rush and get carried away and start airballing and taking unnecessary shots. You need to be careful on the shots you make and be careful how you create them. Just play you for right now. Just find your groove. Find your way in the NBA and just play like that. But enough with the whole yapping and like all that is unnecessary. Stephen A. unnecessary. Kendrick Perkins unnecessary. Like everybody is going down on Bronny because what, he's LeBron James' son. Like okay, he was good in high school. Sierra Cannon. He was good in high school. He was a high school baller. He didn't play that much in college. He had a decent, he had a decent stats in college. played half the year in college because of cardiac arrest, which was tragic. They almost lost Bronny, and I'm glad he was able to like get past that. And he enters the draft, comes out of the draft, goes to get drafted by LA to join his father, LeBron James. Has an open debut with his father on the same court. LeBron James and Bronny James Jr. on the exact same court. History was made. Okay, cool. You got your flowers for that. But here comes the trash talk. Jalen Brown said, "Oh, he's not a like he's not a pro." Not everybody's a pro when they get into the league, yo. Where was all this like? Every rookie that came into this league, they haven't had not one hate talk about them at all. But when it's Bronny, because he's LeBron James' son, and he gets all the hate, bro. I have seen away teams cheer for Bronny. Away teams love Bronny. They cheer him on. I saw a video clip of Bronny getting an N1 versus the Washington Wizards, and he got a standing ovation from the Washington fans, and they're chanting MVP for Bronny. They love Bronny. But it's like my thing is why? Why do you think it's okay to just talk down on Bronny? You know, making it seem like it's LeBron's fault for pushing him. No, there was no pushing. There was no nothing. It was Bronny's decision, his choice, his life. His decision was to be in the draft and get drafted the 50th overall second pick in the draft to the LA Lakers to play with his pops. Now, it may be like like exciting moment. Oh yes, I get to play with my dad in the league before he retires. And Bron's like, yeah, I got my dream. I get to play with my son in the league. But LeBron is trying to coach him up because now that he's in the league, Bron's gonna do whatever he can to coach him up. JJ's gonna make sure that he gets some, get some good looks and get some good minutes in the G League. I think so in the league he's probably getting like 11 minutes because of how good he's been doing in the G League. He's been getting some really good minutes and he's been scoring pretty good smoothly, but he's taking his time. In the G League, he can play, he can score however because it's just him. But when he's in the league, you gotta like choose your shots wisely. You gotta be careful how you know. But I'm tired of the whole just talking trash about Bronny, saying, oh, he's not a pro. He's just not good. Like, oh, he's only here because he's LeBron James' son. I'm tired of that. I need all that criticism to stop because the moment Bronny James shuts all y'all up, you think, oh, brother, we didn't expect him to be like this. It's because he works hard. He's a hard worker. Like, he wasn't like LeBron has been coaching him and helping him get good since he was little. He's been trying to perform him to be a good basketball player. Every like AAU teams or any all around the world, teams that the Bronny has been on, and then you go to high school and it's like, he's playing with Zaire Wade, Dwayne Wade's son. It's just been like that. And now Bryce James is on the urge of going into the league. He just got committed to Arizona State Wildcats. I think he's got like one more year, and then he's leaving Sierra Canyon to go to Arizona State University to play college ball there. And we may see him in 2028. Maybe. But my thing is that I'm here to shut all that down. I am rooting for Bronny. 100% I'm rooting for Bronny. I cannot wait to see this man develop the game of basketball his way. Not just because he's LeBron James' son, not just because he's that. He is Bronny. He is his own name. He has a name. Call him Bronny. Bronny James Jr. Forget the junior part. Just Bronny James. He's Bronny. He's him. Let him develop his way into the league. He will impress everybody. Moving on to the next subject, because I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Moving on to the what did I have on my? Hold on, let me pull up. Okay, so I pretty much talked about Bronny's, criticism, comments from other people. Let's talk about the All-Star Week. This is the All-Star Week going on right now. It is February. It is February 1st. Remind you, February is the All-Star month because when in a few weeks, the All-Star will happen. February 14 to February 16 is the All-Star Week. That's the All-Star Week right there. And come to think about it, I did talk about the All-Star Western and Eastern starters, right? They just came out with the East and West All-Star reserves, and I will speak on that in a minute. But a lot of people are showing kind of concerned of a few NBA players got snubbed. And you talk about a thumbnail. I got the East and West reserves on the side right next to the Bronny situation. And then on the other side, I got LaMelo Ball not being an all-star. Right? So before we get into all that, I got an update on the 3-point competition between Klay, Caitlin Clark, Sabrina, and Curry. Caitlin Clark has declined the shootout between Klay, herself, Sabrina, and Curry. So there were supposedly there won't be a 2v2 shootout between those four. Caitlin Clark has declined it, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. Hopefully we can get a shootout between Klay, Curry, and Sabrina, see who comes out on top. I would love to see that. I was hoping that Caitlin Clark would team up with Klay because there's supposed to be teams. There's supposed to be two teams. No, there's supposed to be, two teams. So you got team 1 is Sabrina and Curry. Team 2 is supposed to be Caitlin Clark and Klay Thompson. Match up. Whoever comes out on top wins. But since she is no longer going to be in it, she has declined it. I don't know what's going to happen after that. I don't know if they're still going to be doing it or if it's done. Same thing with LeBron and Bronny. They have declined the All-Star Skill Challenge, so they will not be doing that. And Bronny has declined the All-Star Rising G League. So he will not be playing in that. And without further notice, let's get into the All-Star Western and Eastern reserves. Let's see if I can pull that up. All right. So you got the Western Conference All-Star lineup. Again, I will give you the starting five for the starting lineup. Curry, Shea, so Stephen Curry, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Nikola Jokic. For the reserves, you got Victor Wembanyama, Anthony Davis, Alperen Sengun, Jalen Williams, Jaren Jackson Jr., Anthony Davis, James Harden. For the Eastern reserves, for Eastern Conference, the starting lineup, you got Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Karl Anthony Towns, Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo. For the reserves, you got Jaylen Brown, Pascal Siakam, Darius Garland, Cade Cunningham, Tyler Hero, Damian Lillard, Evan Mobley. Now, people were saying that the reserves are snubbed, and people were furious on why LaMelo didn't make the reserves or didn't make an All-Star or an All-Star starter or the All-Star in general. Now, I'm gonna say this, right? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I kind of agree with most of these people. I definitely do. Kendrick Perkins, Steph Curry not being an All-Star, saying that he's not an All-Star. I mean, when you bring up the stats, I mean, yeah, like every time, and we had this happen too a few times, where we would have All-Star games week, and we would have certain players that would have shown out, but have not yet got a chance to get into the All-Star starters or the reserves, you know? So I can definitely feel how people feel about it. Now, I want to speak on the Western Conference situation. So people are saying that KD and LeBron got the vote over Victor Wembanyama. He is not an All-Star starter. They were saying that Victor Wembanyama should be a starter in the lineup for the All-Star Western Conference. Honestly, I don't know about that one, y'all. I would say he should be up there, but when you hear big names like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, man, I don't know. Like, now I got a question. How are they going off these? Like, because honestly, they're going by votes. And Kendrick Perkins made a good valid point. Like, he pulled up the stats of Curry, and you see guys like LaMelo, who's having a tremendous season, like James Harden, Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama. Like, Shea should be like Shea being in the start lineup. Okay, cool. I ain't gonna argue with that because he earned that spot. But Victor Wembanyama and James Harden and Edwards, like, come on, man. Like, I just think that certain players should be an All-Star. Like LaMelo, why isn't he up there? Notice how um if you go to the Eastern side, Darius Garland is not an All-Star starter. Jaylen Brown is not an All-Star starter. Tyler Hero, I don't think he should be up there. I mean, the most favoritism votes, I would say, is Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron, Nikola Jokic. I mean, like, come on, let's be real. I would choose Victor Wembanyama over. Hold on. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I would choose Victor Wembanyama over Nikola Jokic. I would choose him over that. I would have him in the starting over Nikola Jokic. I would start Victor Wembanyama because he's 7'5". Like, I mean, and then LaMelo not being an All-Star, Because remind you, it was Melo, Luca, and Curry competing to see who gets the vote to be an all-star starter for the guard position. Melo had the most votes. He had the most votes out of Luca and Curry. Luca was second, Curry was third. So Curry had the least amount of votes behind Luca and Melo. Now, I just don't understand. Like, I definitely agree with you guys. I think Melo should be an all-star. Jaylen Brown should be in the starting lineup. Victor Wembanyama should definitely be in the starting lineup. So is James Harden and Anthony Edwards. Now, I was kind of happy Curry got in there, but at the same time, it's like, if I could be honest with you guys, because I speak nothing but the truth on this joint, like, if I'm saying the truth, Curry shouldn't be he should be an all-star, but he shouldn't be a starter. I will put Melo up there. Actually, no. I wouldn't put Curry in there. I will put Melo as the guard. Shed the two. I would swap out Nikola Jokic and put Victor Wembanyama up there. Shea can stay. Kevin Durant, I will switch him out with no. I'll keep Kevin in there and I'll keep LeBron in there. So you would have and then I would have for the reserves AD, Efren Sengun, Jalen Williams, Jaren Jackson Jr., Ant Edwards, James Harden, and I'll probably have Curry in the reserves. Now for the Eastern, Eastern's kind of difficult. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I would have definitely had, I would have most definitely had Pascal Siakam over Karl-Anthony Towns, Jason Tatum. I'm sorry. I would have had Jaylen Brown over Donovan Mitchell. I would have had Darius Garland over because Jalen Brunson's been doing really good. Honestly, Eastern is kind of a little hard. Let me know how you feel about the reserves for the Eastern Conference and the starting lineup for that. Now for the Western, I don't know how I feel about that because I don't know. I just know that there are some snubs. There are a lot of players that got snubbed who is not a starting lineup for the All-Star. Mac McClung is definitely going to be in the dunk contest. I think there's two players that's competing for the dunk contest. Jordan Poole is definitely going to be in the 3-point competition. I don't know how they're doing the skill challenge. I don't know how they're doing the cause I think like every year they kind of switch it all up. So, cause I know this year the All-Star games are a little different. It's a little different. I'm sure you guys already know it already. It's already been out. The rules have already been out there, like the way how it was established. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but okay. So, Dwayne Wade has revealed he had 40% of his kidney removed in 2023 as it was cancerous. I think it was the first time that my family, my dad, my kids, they saw me weak. The cancer did not spread, and today he is cancer free. I'm proud of Dwayne Wade, like pulling it through. That cancer is no problem, y'all. That cancer is no problem. It's really not. A lot of people had issues battling it. Some people would lose to it or win by battling cancer and being cancer free. So definitely excited to see Dwayne Wade, be cancer free, because that cancer is no joke, yo. That cancer is no joke. I think there was another kid where Anthony Edwards met up with. He wants to battle. I think he's battling cancer, and he gave Anthony Edwards a wristband. So he's wearing it because of the kid and because of his family, of the people he lost. So he's wearing it for two reasons. And then there was another one a few years ago where there's a little girl who was battling cancer. She was a good friend of John Wall back when he was still in the league. He played for the Wizards. She ended up, I think she lost and she passed away. And then John Wall just went, like he lost it. Like cancer is a big thing. Just I will hope that for anybody who got cancer, please fight that off, because that's something that nobody should have. Nobody. But back to the All-Star conversation. I mean, if you're really going off by like stats, I mean, yeah, like if we're allowing, because I'm a stat person, so if we're allowing stats into this conversation, 100% Melo should be a starting lineup for the All-Star, and Curry shouldn't be an All-Star just because of the way how he's been playing and the way how his team is. So he definitely shouldn't be an All-Star. I would have put either Melo, Luka. He's still hurt, so he's definitely not in there. So it wouldn't make no sense to make him a guard. You're gonna have to fill that guard spot with a reserve or an NBA player like LaMelo or whoever. Surprisingly, I haven't seen Kyrie in there. I don't know what's going on with that. Just seeing and Trae Young too. Why isn't Trae Young in there? Like, this is what I don't understand. When you come up with votes, let the fans vote too, yo. Let the fans vote. I don't want to see no coach. I don't want none of that. Like, let the fans vote to whoever they want in the All-Star. Because I know they're going to pick who they want to pick. Who needs to be in there. Like, because I did the All-Star vote. I had LaMelo in the starting. I had Curry in the reserves. I had James. I had Shea in there. I had Luka in there. But I took Luka out because Luka was hurt. And most of the guys that I vote for, and most people that they voted for that never got it in there, I mean, you gotta take it up with Shaq. You gotta take it up with Kenny, Ernie, you gotta take it up with Shaq, Charles, and Kenny. You gotta take it up with those three because they're the ones are coaching these NBA players. So you gotta take it up with them for real. But I definitely do agree with you guys 100% that most of these players should definitely be in there. Melo and Trae. But I don't know. So, newsflash. Sacramento Kings is trading De'Aaron Fox. I'm kind of concerned because you just fired Mike Brown. He got his contract, and then I think like a few weeks after he gets fired. Now, I haven't brought that conversation in the show. I'm kind of surprised why I didn't do that yet. Um, because I do know what happened. I got some kind of source. I don't know if it's the right source. So that's why I'm not gonna say it, because I don't know if it's the right source to why Mike Brown got fired. But not only is Mike Brown fired, but the Sacramento Kings has been progressing really good. But now Darren Fox is getting traded. They got Darren Fox on the trade block, and I don't know. He doesn't want to go to LA, but Stephen A was saying, "I would love this brother to be in LA. He would look good in LA. He would look good in LA, 100%." He doesn't want to go to LA, Stephen A. He doesn't want to go to LA. He wants to go to what? Hold on. I think he wanted to go to the Spurs. Yeah. Because I believe he wanted to go to the Spurs. Yeah, I think he wants to go to the Spurs. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm hearing that he wants to go to the Spurs. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Him on the Spurs with Wemby, I feel like that'd be good. Like him on the Spurs with Chris Paul, Harrison Barnes, and like, cause think about it, like Spurs got a really good team. That's a young team right there. Everybody's young, right? But giving away your star player, who are you gonna get for that? They don't have a point. Like, they're not gonna have a point guard for that team. You gotta trade him away for somebody. I mean, you got to. And then for Chris Paul, this is from Basketball Forever. The Lakers see Chris Paul as a piece that legitimately pushes them into a title contention, and a massive 5-team deal is reportedly in the works, including the Spurs, Kings, Hawks, and Nets. So trade deadline is going to be full of trades, 100%. Chris Paul, De'Aaron Fox, Zach LaVine, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball. I think Lonzo Ball is still in that conversation for trades. Who else? Who else? Jimmy Butler, Zach LaVine. I think there's somebody else. No, that's got to be it. People I just named are definitely in the trade block. I'm gonna go by down the list about certain players. So Chris Paul with LA. If they get Chris Paul, I don't know how that will work out. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Chris Paul going to LA. I don't know how I feel about that. But De'Aaron Fox wants to go to Spurs. If you go to Spurs, the Spurs are going to have to trade up Chris Paul. And he may have to go to somewhere. Zach LaVine. And then then you go to Jimmy Butler's trade situation. Speaking of Jimmy Butler, he gets suspended again. Now, he got suspended indefinitely. The same situation that's been happening for weeks, months now. I don't know. Now I'm starting to think. Now I'm starting to think it's not Pat Riley's fault. I'm starting to think because in this particular situation, I'm starting to think it's not Pat Riley or the team's issue of why Jimmy's acting like this. This is Jimmy's way, like this is him acting like this, and like he wants to be on a team where he could just be happy and be free to just like play the game that he loves the most. But I think who was it? The Collins show. I forgot his name, but I know it's the Collins show. He was saying that he was speaking about Jimmy. That he made a really good point. That if Jimmy was to go to another team and he acted like, oh, I'm good here, like, and he starts acting the same, like, oh, I don't feel happy here, and he does that to the exact same team and goes to another team and acts the same and goes to another team and acts the same, you making teams look like not want to pick you and not want to trade for you. You're losing money. You're on a contract, but you're losing money due to the suspension. Now the money has went down, so the Warriors is back on the market to trade for you. But Zach LaVine is also on the market for Warriors to pick up. I will much feel safer for Zach LaVine to come to Golden State than Jimmy. Because what if he does the same stunt issue with us, with my team? I will much rather be safer than get him. Now, you got to give up some pieces. I'm saying Kuminga because he's already not on a contract. Sooner or later, he's gonna have to get traded. Now, I don't know how people are gonna feel about that, about him being traded. Because remember, I was having a talk with somebody, and then I said that I asked him, like, how would you feel if we have a safer route getting Zach LaVine than Jimmy? He's saying that, who would you trade? I said I would trade Kuminga. He's like, nah. Why would you not trade Kuminga? Why would you not trade Kuminga? He's not on the contract. I would much rather trade Kuminga because if you don't trade Kuminga, he's gonna get traded either way. It's either the trade deadline or the offseason. Make that make sense? The players who are not on a contract are going to be considered traded during the trade deadline. If not, you could trade somebody else and keep Kuminga, but he'll still get traded in the offseason. That means the Warriors are going to pick up somebody else. But if we get Jimmy, cool, because we need somebody. Warriors haven't made not one big move at all. Ever since we didn't have Clay, they haven't made not one big move. I mean, yeah, we required Buddy Hield, but he hasn't been the same since the beginning of the season, since November. And after December, he's just been, and after January, he's just been garbage. Dennis Schroeder, garbage. After the trade. I don't know. Warriors got to do something, but if we get Jimmy, cool. If we get Zach, I'm fine with that. We just need somebody, dog. because Curry ain't gonna keep doing this. And he stays getting hurt. He's having knee problems, hand problem. He had a back problem before. Draymond is still hurt, but he is on the urge of coming back. And so is Kuminga. I don't know, but something's definitely gotta happen. They gotta happen fast. So Kuminga, I'm standing on business. Kuminga, I would definitely give up Kuminga for Zach LaVine. 100% give up Kuminga for him. I don't care what nobody say because he's not on a contract. The Warriors somehow give him a contract by the end of this. Let's say this. Let's say this. We get Zach LaVine. We keep Kuminga. Who else would you want to trade besides Kuminga if we get Zach LaVine? Because Kuminga doesn't have a contract. Because either way, he's going to get traded. Either way, they're going to trade him. He's already on the trade block. But he's playing with no contract. Clay did the exact same thing. He was playing with no contract. And he gets traded by the offseason. But honestly, I would much rather trade Dennis Schroeder for Zach LaVine. Get him out of here. I would trade Dennis Schroeder for Zach LaVine 100%. If not Kuminga, I'll say Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder, I'll get him out of here. I'll take Zach LaVine. Jimmy, Dennis Schroeder, you out. Jimmy, you in. That's just how I feel right there. Straight up, just 100%. That's how I would definitely feel about that. If my thing can load up. All right. What else is definitely on my list? Joel Embiid, career earnings from sitting. Joel Embiid has made $126 million according to Underdog. He's made more on the bench than Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, John Morant, Tyler Hero, and Tyrese Maxey have in their entire careers. Now, the whole Joel situation during the rival week, I remember my uncle sent me this. He sent me something about the last time Joel has played in Denver, and during the rival week, he's supposed to be playing in Denver to face Nikola Jokic, but he's hurt. And the times where he's not hurt, he's not playing. He's hurting the team. And PG is hurt. It's just Maxey. At this point, I'm just going to name Maxey the franchise player of that team. Joel Embiid is not a franchise player. The way how he's acting, the way how he's playing the game, the way how he addresses the media, addresses the reporters. Come on, bro. You think a star player like that acts like that? Like, I know I'm probably gonna come at me in the comments like, bro, what you talking about? Like, come on now, dog. If you're a franchise player, you're acting like this. If you're the star player, you're acting like this. If anything, Maxey is like, come on, bro. Maxey is more of a star player than you are. PG is hurt. He stay getting hurt. He's never healthy. I mean, yeah, he may have some monstrous games combining with Maxey, but it's like with all three of y'all hurt, I mean, y'all got the worst record in the league. I mean, y'all doing good by winning games. But I don't know, man. That's it, man. Man, that media press could just I can't get that on my head when he said I will never play back to back games. I'm trying to save up myself for the playoffs. Like, bro, I can't get that out of my head, yo. The fact that he said that just kind of made me mad. Just kind of pissed me off because, like, dog, what? What do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to play back to back games? This is foolishness, dog. Foolishness. I just don't understand, like, why. Inaccurate. I don't know why you think that was okay to say that. Now, this is a valid point that I want to. I wish I had my uncle on here because he used to be a head coach for basketball. He coached my cousin for basketball. I wanted to get his perspective on this about the difference between two different head coaches. Right? This is Iguodala. Now this is Andre Iguodala on the difference between Kerr and Spo. So Coach Kerr and Coach Spo, he said Steve Kerr was more carefree. Like, you come on, listen to some music, great vibes. Steve was like, man, I want you to come in happy. Steve Kerr is the guy who is just like the most chillax, relaxed dude in the room. You could do whatever, just come in and work on your game, work on and just be happy, and that's it. Be free. That's what the Warriors is all about. That's what the Warriors has always been. And that's what made them so great. To winning four chips. Now, when he went to Miami, he said the Heat culture is like, nah, we're going to make this the hardest possible situation. The game going to be easy. One thing about Spo is he's probably the most prepared coach I've ever seen. Andre Iguodala has his take on being under both of these coaches and the difference in culture from both teams. Now, most coaches have different ways on how they coach their players, right? But when it comes to Warriors and Miami's head coaches, they're more the same. It's just their mentality is a little different. He's more relaxed and chilled, right? But still, perfects the game how it's supposed to be. The Heat culture, the culture that they have in Miami, right? He's going to make everything hard. It's going to be easy, but like he's like what he said, like he's the most prepared head coach that he's seen. He is. Spo is definitely the most prepared head coach that every NBA player has been under, has seen how well prepared he is. It's probably why he's a really good head coach on that team. LeBron James, he's going to make another history. He's going to make another history where he's going to surpass Karl Malone for most free throws made. He's at 8,532. Karl Malone is at 9,787 free throws made. And that's his all-time leaders regular season. Honestly, bro, I would say I am getting tired of LeBron breaking these records, so but he's just, for someone who is that good and that's been playing 20 plus years breaking records, You can't like you can't not hate him. I mean, you gotta like cheer him on because like the moment he retires, he's gonna be the number one of everything, dog. Not Curry though, because Curry's number one for 3 pointers made. But other than that, this man's about to hit 50K for what was it? Field goals made or something like that. I forgot, y'all. I forgot. But just seeing LeBron progress like this, man, it's crazy, and I like it. I definitely do. Isaiah Thomas pursuing NBA return. 35-year-old Isaiah Thomas is pursuing an NBA return and has signed with the Jazz G League affiliate, the Salt Lake City Stars. Never too late for a comeback. So we're seeing Isaiah Thomas back in the league. Honestly, where is John Wall at, bro? I mean, I keep seeing Isaiah Thomas, but where is John Wall, man? I would love to see John Wall come back in the league and play for someone. Cause honestly, I like literally John Wall. Like, I kind of idolized my game after him a little bit. Like when I was playing basketball, John Wall. Like I love his game a little bit. Like I used to watch him play on the TV, and I used to watch it on YouTube, and I used to just study how he played basketball, and I used to be like him. I would shoot like him and stuff like that. And I would, I would, yeah. But and we just certain players that's waiting to come back. Like they need to come back. Like John Wall needs to definitely come back. What team would y'all want John Wall to come back to? Because 100%, I will definitely want John Wall to come back. Because if Isaiah Thomas is coming back, John Wall definitely needs to come back. 100%. 100%. Trying to think what else. Okay, so I spoke on the trades that's happening. I spoke on Dwayne Wade's cancer issue. I spoke on the Warriors' pursuit, either Jimmy or Zach LaVine. I spoke on Joel Embiid's situation as a star. I spoke on the All-Stars, snubbed, and the reserves. Spoke on Melo not being there. So I pretty much I did all three because I did Bronny, I did the All-Star snubbed, and Melo not being an All-Star. And then I kind of spiced it up and add a few things in there. Was it 5:01? 56 minutes in. All right. I mean, I think I covered all. But yeah, so I want to end it off like this. If anyone wants to be a co-host for the Basketball Truth and Knowledge, please hit me up in my DMs. Now I have two Instagram accounts. The one account so I got two. So I got air_D_McKing. That is my main account. And my podcast account it's my Basketball Truth and Knowledge, BBALLTNK. That is like I said, that is the podcast account. If you wanna follow me on both accounts, you can DM me if you want to be a co-host for the show. Just letting you guys know, for any volunteers that wants to know, I do the show Saturday and Wednesdays. Wednesdays I will do it at 2:30. But if you want to do a later time on Wednesdays or earlier time, let me know. I could change it up. I am more than welcome to do an earlier show or a late show. It is up to the co-host on how they feel about it. But it'll be 2:30 on Wednesdays. But like I said, if you want to change up the times, you can do that. Saturdays is 4:20, 4:30, maybe 4. If you want to make an earlier time on Saturday, we can do that. So Saturdays are live. Wednesdays are recordings only. We do recordings on Wednesdays, and I won't upload till Saturday, and I won't make the clips till Sunday. Right? And then for Saturday's live, I won't post till tomorrow, and I won't make the clips till Monday. And I have picked up on some editing skills. I'm taking courses for editing. I'm going to be editing my videos a lot more better, making more cleaner, making more look more better with the lighting and the audio and everything else. So you'll see a lot more difference in the videos that I make, and I will post those till after I edit. So I'm going to change. So a lot of things are going to be changing. A new dang it, I forgot what I was supposed to say. I'm supposed to be making I was supposed to be making something. All right, you know what? When it comes into my mind, I will post it on my Instagram page. But yeah, so follow me on Instagram on both my accounts. I will put it in the description, and I will put my TikTok in the description. Follow me on TikTok. I post a lot of my clips on TikTok too. Follow me on Facebook as well. I have Facebook. I post some clips. I post reels on Facebook, so follow me on there. And any of those medias, you can hit me up. And if you want to be a co-host, let me know. I'm looking to add more people onto the show to build, to build this podcast up higher, get more viewers, get more subscribers, get more likes, get more comments rolling in the live chat, and get some more comments rolling after the live. Ask some questions. I would love for you guys to do that. And yeah, so let me know. DM me. So let me go start this music up real quick, and then we're gonna roll up out of here. All right, guys, we are towards the end of the video. It's 5:06. I got some things that I got to get done today, so that's why I'm cutting a little short. I mean, it ain't short, but I did it for an hour and a half. But yeah, so like I said, if anybody wants to hop on the show as a guest, or if you want to be a co-host, if you want this to be your main thing that you want to do with me, let me know. Or if you want to be a guest on the show, I can bring you as a guest, and then if you like it, actually no. So I'm gonna do this. I will bring you as a guest for now, but if you like it, if you like doing this, being on the show with me, talking about basketball, talking about your opinions on certain stuff that I have, like, because what you see my thumbnail, I want your opinion on that, like some stuff that's happening in the NBA. What's your opinion on that? And how you feel about it? Just kind of have a back and forth conversation. And if you like it, and if you want to be a co-host, I will make you an official co-host for the Basketball Just for Knowledge, and then we'll get this thing rolling. like I said, I want to get as much viewers, likes, and subscribers so that I can make a that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to be working on a basketball truth and knowledge logo for the podcast channel on YouTube, and that logo will be used for clothing brands. Whenever I build up the channel a little more better, I get more viewers, more subscribers. And once I'm able to make some clothing brands and merches and put that on the channel, I will gladly make those. But I need help with that. So please hit me out. And if you want to hop on, let me know. DM me. With all being said, this is the Basketball Truth and Knowledge. I am your host, Aramis. And we is out. Peace.